part of the Press Play Podcast Network.
Look up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
This is Jason J. Lewis, the voice of Superman on Justice League Action.
This is Mark Wade, writer of Superman Birthright.
And you're listening to the Krypton Report.
Hey everybody, it's a new month, Tyler here, so it's time to do our spotlight of our next Superman. And this time it's on Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill was a British actor, first one that we've had playing Superman. He was born May 5th, 1983. Yes, I know, probably should have done this last month, but I've been doing this in order of appearance, more so than birth month or anything like that. He was most famously, where he got his start was his first famous break, I guess you could say, was Charles Brandon in Showtime's The Tudors. I watched that a couple of times here and there. He is known mostly for playing Superman, Geralt of Rivia in Netflix's The Witcher, and Sherlock Holmes in Netflix's Enola Holmes. But his career began in Jania's favorite movie, The Count of Monte Cristo, where Superman plays the son of Jesus. And it's crazy to go back and watch that and see how young he is. So The Count of Monte Cristo in 2002, a film in 2003 called I Capture the Castle, which I have never, ever seen. He did Midsummer Murders, which I believe my mom has watched. Of course, The Tudors. And then he did Tristan and Isolde, which I've seen bits and pieces of, with James Franco. It's from 2006. Stardust, which I have seen. He plays Humphrey, which he looks different in that, and I do own that one. That's when he fights Daredevil. Sandcastle in 2017, which I watched part of. I need to finish. I did first really watch, I went to see the film Immortals in 2011, when that was advertised and he was going to be the next Superman and all that. I had to see him in action. So I took Jania at the time to the theater. Cavill gained international recognition with his film as Superman. He went on to play Napoleon Solo in The Man from U.N.C.L.E., which I thoroughly enjoyed, and he was in Mission Impossible Fallout. In his early life, Cavill was born the fourth of 5 boys in a Roman Catholic family at St. Helier, Jersey, part of the Channel Islands. His mother was a secretary in a bank. She was born in Jersey and is of Scottish, English, and Irish heritage. His father, Colin Cavil, was born in Chester, England, and was a stockbroker. He was educated at St. Michael's Preparatory School in St. Sauveur, Jersey, before attending Stowe School in Stowe, Buckinghamshire. In 2020, while playing rugby, 16-year-old Cavill met actor Russell Crowe, who was shooting on location at Stowe for the film Proof of Life. The actor shared some acting tips and later sent a package to his boarding school. The two actors would later work together in Man of Steel. Interesting. Cavill began his film career in La Guana in 2001 and Kevin Reynolds' adaptation of The Count of Monte Cristo as stated in 2002. Let's see. Cavill, this is what's fun, had been set to play Superman in McGee's 2000 film Superman Flyby. McGee pulled out of the project, and the direction was taken over by Bryan Singer, who recast as Brandon Routh as the lead in what would become Superman Returns. There needs to be a documentary made about just the making of Superman Returns, about how you had Brett Ratner, McGee, and Bryan Singer all on this type project, and there's some stories about things taking here and there as far as the airplane scene. But anyways, Cavill was also the cause of a write-in effort from fans to see him cast as Cedric Diggory in Harry Potter, which, of course, that role was gone to Robert Pattinson. Stephanie Meyer, the author of Twilight series, was outspoken in favor of Cavill playing the character of Edward Cullen in the Twilight films, calling him the perfect Edward. However, by the time production of the film began, Cavill was too old to play the character, and again the role went to Pattinson. Despite reports that he was a contender for Batman and Batman Begins, Cavill confirmed that he never auditioned for nor was offered the role. In 2005, Cavill was a final choice for the role of James Bond in Casino Royale. The producers and director Martin Campbell were torn between him and Daniel Craig. Reportedly, Campbell supported Cavill, but the producers preferred an older Bond. Craig ultimately landed the role. 15 years later, in 2020, an artificial intelligence device chose Cavill as the optimal successor to Craig's Bond. It's crazy how close he was to so much, and frankly, you can kind of see his Bondishness in Napoleon Solo, and I think he would have been an amazing James Bond. While appearing in The Tudors, Cavill starred in director Joel Schumacher's horror film Blood Creek. Weird movie. Did see that because he was in it and Michael Fassbender's in it. He had a supporting role in Woody Allen's comedy film Whatever Works, which is hilarious because it has Larry David in it. He went to play the lead of Theseus in Taram Singh's mythological film Immortals, and starred alongside Bruce Willis in The Cold Light of Day, which I have seen. I've seen most all of his films. There are a few that I haven't. There was a really bad one I even watched. I'm trying to find it because they retitled what it officially was called when they released it. Hold on. Where is it? Night Hunter is what they officially released it as. Interesting film. Could have been better. Cavill is a spokesman for the Douro Wildlife Conservation Trust and ambassador for the Royal Marine Charity. He launched the running phase of the Royal Marines 1664 change and took part in the Rock Run 2014. Excuse me, I'm getting over a bit of a cold thanks to Ohio's weather where we dropped 20 degrees in a single day. Let's see. We talked about he was in Man from U.N.C.L.E. He was in Mission Impossible. I liked him in Sherlock Holmes and as Sherlock Holmes and Enola Holmes, and he will be in the sequel as well. It was reported that Cavill would join an all-star cast for director Matthew Vaughn's new spy film Argylle. I love Matthew Vaughn. I've championed him for a long time to direct Superman project. He is my one of two favorites. Let's look at some other things. Cavill was listed as one of GQ's 50 best-dressed British men in 2012. In December 2013, he was named World's Sexiest Man by British Glamour magazine. The same year, Empire magazine placed him third on their list of the 100 sexiest movie stars of 2013. Let's see. This is always fun. Cavill started practicing British Jiu-Jitsu in 2016. Has been training at Roger Gracie's Academy in London. Cavill supports the Jersey Rugby Club. He has been an avid PC gamer since childhood. At one point, missing a phone call from Zack Snyder telling him he got the role of Superman because he was busy playing World of Warcraft. He credits his experience playing the Witcher video game series before the show was a production as motivation to seek out the role of Geralt. He has also named the Total War series of strategy games to be among his favorite. That is pretty hilarious. Let's see. In television, he did the Inspector Lindsay Mysteries. Goodbye, Mr. Chips was a television film. Midsummer Murders episode. The Green Man. The Tudors and The Witcher. Upcoming films are Argylle, to be released sometime this year, as well as Enola Holmes 2. Let's find out some interesting stuff. His dream role is to play Alexander the Great. Well, that would be awesome because the last Alexander movie sucked. Likes rugby, but no longer plays due to injury. Author, we talked about that. Let's see. Said if he had not picked up acting, he would have joined the armed forces to fulfill his patriotic pride. Has an interest in ancient history, especially Egyptology, Greek, and ancient Rome. In the being cast as Superman, In Man of Steel, he became the third British actor to play the lead role in a reboot of a successful screen adaptation of an American comic book series. Before him, Christian Bale and Andrew Garfield. Is the first non-American to play Superman. His favorite actor is Russell Crowe. Go figure. His favorite movie? Gladiator. Go figure. He has a knack for languages. He's already fluent in French, has conversational skills in Italian and German, and can order a beer in Czech. His last name is Cavil, pronounced like travel. Wow, that's some interesting facts. Actually, he is a huge fan of comic books, although he says he did not get to read them growing up due to his time at boarding school. His favorite Superman story arc is New Krypton by Jeff Johns. Well, that's pretty interesting because I will be talking New Krypton later this year, and that's all I'm going to say about that. He did not watch any previous Superman films or television series while making Man of Steel, using the comics solely as reference for his portrayal of Superman. He achieved 6% body fat for Immortals and then went even further for Man of Steel, where he achieved a body fat percentage of 3%, which is what bodybuilders reach during competitions. During his childhood, he was bullied a lot at school for his chubbiness and known as Fat Cavil. Because he was fat as a kid, he started to turn things around when he landed a role in the movie The Count of Monte Cristo, where he had to lose a lot of weight to get the part. The biggest turning point came when he landed the lead role in Immortals. Cavil went shirtless for half the movie and sported extremely chiseled 8-pack abs that wowed the audience. He has never been called fat since then. Played a role with the name Coley twice. Is the first actor since Chris Reeve to play the role of Clark Kent Superman in more than one film. Well, yeah, there hasn't. Good friends with Luke Evans, Jason Momoa, and Armie Hammer. So, yeah, that is, let's see. Yeah, that is Henry Cavill in a nutshell. Just a quick kind of up to date on who he is playing Superman. He has definitely become one of the best Supermen and is loved by many. And that's where we're going to put a pin in it. So that's this month's Actor Spotlight.
Look up in the sky.
We just want to say if you've enjoyed this podcast, please check out other podcasts on the Press Play Podcast Network. Remember to check out Krypton Report on all social media platforms. Go to linktree.com/Krypton Report. You find all of our information right there. If you want to keep Krypton from exploding, join our $1 a month Patreon. That's right, for $1 a month, you'll get extra special content that you don't get on the main show, like movie commentaries and whatever else comes out of our mouths. So check it out, patreon.com/Krypton Report.
If you are like Tyler and James and can't get enough super talk, check out these other podcasts. Digging for Kryptonite, Supergirl Radio, The Last Sons of Krypton, The Superboy Legacy Podcast, All-Star Superfans, Superman the Animated Podcast, The Aspiring Kryptonians, Always Hold On to Smallville, Caped Wonder, The Geek of Steel, and Truth, Justice, and Hope Podcast.
Hey, we're going to press pause and hear a few words from our other podcasts on Press Play Podcast Network.
Hello, Brooks here with the Books with Brooks monthly book club podcast. Here's how Books with Brooks works. We read one book a month and then we talk about it. Classics like Stephen King's The Shining, debut novels like We Are the Brennans by Tracy Lang, and tons of other compelling, life-changing stories, one book and 1 month at a time. So come read along with us and then listen in.
This is Dan Jurgens, and if you want to have a good time, keep listening to the Krypton Report.